Back to the Break Orders podcast. Got a special guest here, Haydn Warren. How you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm excited. I'm excited to do this. Excited to talk to you guys and see what happens.
Tell everybody about yourself.
Yes. So grew up being an athlete all my life. Started playing football when I was 4. Played high school football, baseball, basketball. All that was a decent athlete. Got a chance to play in college. I played football at Widener University. Won a couple championships there. Had a pretty decent career there. After that, throughout the whole time, I was getting in and out of fighting as well. So competing, mixed martial arts, all that. After I was done playing at Widener, I coached for 2 years. I coached the wide receivers. Was lucky enough to coach an All-American. Had a really good group of guys there. And then after that, now I've just kind of been, I don't know, figuring it out, I guess. I'm managing the MMA gym that I train at now, so working with fighters day in and day out. Also shooting my own podcast, Sports Culture with Haydn Warren.
Go check that out. Very good podcast.
Go check that out. Go check it out. It's fun, man. It's fun. I decided to kind of do my own thing and see what happens.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, make sure you check out. He also has his own clothing brand, got ink t-shirt printing, the Sports Culture Pod, and the Peaked in High School podcast. Definitely great. Go check that out.
Yeah, got a lot. I gotta start slowing down a little bit. I gotta stop doing so much.
It's pretty good. Since I mentioned, let's go with the ink t-shirt printing. Obviously, it's a really good brand. You check that out at Ink T-shirt Printing on Instagram. Go give them a follow. And it's a great brand. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so I actually just I've been doing it for like 3 or 4 years. It started as like solely a manufacturing company. So like people that wanted custom clothing, T-shirts, hoodies, whatever. We would get that done for them. Now I recently have a partner. I brought on a partner, Carl Roberson, who's a UFC middleweight / light heavyweight fighter. So he's my partner now, and we're also looking into making it more of a brand as well as a manufacturer. So kind of doing a little bit of everything, best of both worlds there. And I actually started the company just because I bartend in the summer at Bar Anticipation in Belmar, and we would do different events and stuff like 4th of July, Memorial Day, St. Patrick's Day. And the staff would be like, I don't want to wear just this same old polo. Like, could you make us shirts? And I just started making the shirts, and I was like, you know what? I could do this. It's easy. Let's make a company out of it.
Nice, man. That's awesome. Sports Culture Pod, like similar to the Break Orders podcast. You talked about the finals, which is pretty good, and then talked about the NFL teams this year. It was pretty cool. You want to tell everybody about that?
Yeah, I mean, I love football. I love football fight. I love all sports, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, you're an athlete, you get it. It's just sports. I can't get enough of it. So pretty much anything that happens, I'll talk about it. Especially if something's like breaking or something like that, like there's a notable event, I love to hit on that. I haven't been able to go to a lot of college or NFL football games recently, like in the last couple of years. But in the last, I would say 3 months, I was able to go to like 5. So it's crazy. I'm all over the place. I was at the University of Michigan homecoming game, nice. Rutgers homecoming game. What else? The Eagles when they played the Kansas City Chiefs, the Giants when their home opener. So I've been all over the place. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is my personal favorite, the Peaked in High School podcast. You can follow it Instagram PIHS_podcast on Instagram. My favorite one was you went to the prom. The prom story was good. Prom's always a great time. We went to Seaside. That was my favorite episode. Tell us about that. How did Peaked in High School podcast come about?
That was a pandemic decision. I've been talking to my buddy Kevin, who's my co-host on that podcast, for a long time about making a podcast together. he has his own production company, Golden Jones Productions. He also did Nolte Films, where he's filming weddings and stuff. So he had all the equipment, and I was like, dude, we have the pandemic, nothing's going on. So we started shooting it in his basement. And then a year later, he's got his own studio for his production company. And I created the studio that we're in now for both Peaked and Sports Culture right down the hall. So we did this thing a little over a year ago, and it's been a lot of fun just talking about old high school stories, dating.
And first in Giants, then they're an Eagles fan. Yeah, it's quite a team hopper.
Well, yes. I liked. That's a deep dive right there. I liked Testaverde growing up for the Jets.
Right.
Then Chad Pennington, Curtis Martin. I liked all those guys growing up. And then at the same time, I'm a local guy, so I supported both the Jets and the Giants. I know that's an unpopular thing to do, but I liked Tiki Barber. I liked Brandon Jacobs. All those guys. Eli. I was a big Jeremy Shockey guy growing up.
Yeah, Shockey's the man. I always had the jersey. Yeah. I like the name Jeremy Shockey, and I was like 7 years old. I was like, this guy, I love his name, Shockey. This guy got the Shockey jersey. It's great.
I played tight end in college too, a big tatted up tight end. So I guess Shockey had an influence on me. And then I went to school right outside of Philadelphia, and those fans are crazy. So it's like,
I could imagine.
You go there and you're like, oh, you like the Eagles? And I'm like, not really. They're like, well, you do now. So I just became an Eagles fan out of necessity to survive.
Nice. What about the only New Jersey team? Are you a Devils fan?
Yeah, I like the Devils.
Nice. What about basketball?
You got to rep them.
New Jersey Nets? You got to be a New Jersey Nets. Back in the day.
I'm a Sixers fan. I'm a Sixers fan now. Trust the process.
What do you think about the Simmons situation?
I think he's got to go. He doesn't want to be there. The team doesn't really want him there. Just get rid of him.
So this is the big question. I'm a big baseball fan. See if you make the test. I know your partner's a Yankee fan. Are you a Yankee fan?
Yes.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yes. Yes, I am a Yankee fan. I went to a couple Phillies games when I was going to school. Great place to watch a game. I just never really got behind the team.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. The Yankees are always competitive every year, even though Boone should be fired. I don't know how you feel about that, but I think he had to go. But fortunately, he's back with the team.
It was an interesting season.
Yeah.
Interesting.
To say the least. All right, so you have some D3 tie-ins with me. You're a D3 athlete. I'm currently a D3 athlete. Weiner University. Obviously, you played tight end. You just said football. How was that? How was your experience?
I loved it. I mean, out of high school, I was one of the top tight ends in the state. My grades weren't as good as my athletic ability. But I always said, I was like, oh, I want to go D1. I want to play in front of a huge crowd. I want to do this. I want to do that. Ended up going to Widener because I couldn't register with the NCAA clearinghouse, which is kind of embarrassing. Went to Widener. I loved it, man. I always said I wanted to be at a big school, but being a good athlete at a small school, there's nothing better. The sports were great. The academics, they helped me through it very easily. And then the party life is where it's at a small school. Because you know everybody, so it's like they know football. We had the football game on Saturday. Go to the tailgate afterwards. Everybody regroups. Go to my house for the party. Then maybe we'll hit the bar late night. So it was a good. Everybody just knew that's what we were doing. So it was good, and I had a blast, man. I wouldn't change it for the world.
You're like a big fish in a small pond. So that's what I like.
Absolutely. What school did you go to?
I go to St. Joseph's. I run cross country and I play tennis in the spring. So I'm two sport athlete. So you know the girls like that. So it's like
Hell yeah.
be good.
Because they get to cheer for you in 2 seasons. So
Yeah,
I see what you're doing.
of course. Right. So obviously you said the Giants are dead in your podcast. Let's talk
They're
about
dead.
that.
They're dead. They're dead.
Yeah, unfortunately, everyone's getting hurt. I think they got to get rid of the turf there. That's a problem. All these leg injuries there. They got to get some turf.
I don't know what the hell is going on there, but they were dead in week 1. I watched them play the Denver Broncos, and they were dead then.
Yeah, they should have beat them.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sold on Danny Dimes.
Yeah, I was never a big Daniel Jones fan. Eli was my favorite NFL player of all time. I think they should have stuck with him and maybe get a new quarterback after that year. But fortunately, they stick to Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I'm not sold.
Yeah. Let's go to the quick fire questions. My favorite round. Everybody's favorite round. So I'm gonna throw some Jersey questions in there.
Okay.
Have you been to the Cake Boss? Have you been to Carlos Bakery since you're from Jersey?
No, I can't say I have.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge sweet guy. I'm salty over sweet.
Nice. Yeah, he had a book signing in Brooklyn, and he came and I saw him. I was like a big Cake Boss fan. My favorite show growing up. I was like, oh, Cake Boss, my guy. And he saw my thing. I want to go to there. I've never been there, but I'm dying to go to Carl's Bakery for sure.
I'm sure it's ridiculous.
Yeah. What about the Jersey Shore guys? You Jersey Shore fan?
Yes, I was a huge Jersey Shore fan, as everybody was at that time. Thursday nights, high school, we used to have a couple beers and watch that. I run into them periodically in the bar scene. I served Sammy Sweetheart this summer for she was there twice. For some reason, she just kept coming to me. I think it's because I didn't make it weird. I was just like, "What do you want?"
Yeah.
She was very nice, very generous, tipped well. I used to run into those people all the time. Like the situation, went to a gym not too far from me, so yeah, they're not normal, but they're normal, if that makes sense.
I got you. Now, favorite color?
Blue.
Nice. Favorite snack?
Ooh, that's tough. Favorite snack? Just one?
Yeah, you gotta
I'm a
pick
big
one.
guy. I'm a big snacker. Ooh, I love all kinds of chips.
Yeah, same.
Jalapeno, pretty much anything salty like that, I'm into it.
Yeah, same. Yeah, always chips are always great. What about favorite commercial?
Favorite commercial? Oh, that's a good question. I really like the Aaron Rodgers commercials recently.
Yeah. My favorite one's the T-Mobile one with Aaron Judge and Stanton. Stanton hits it off Little Leaguers. That's my favorite one.
I also like the old school, the one that came back in circulation with Cam Newton, where that little kid's telling him he's going to be his mom's favorite player.
Yeah, that's
the
awesome.
Play 60 one.
Yeah, Play 60 back in the day. Yeah, what happened to that? It's crazy. I never heard about it after that. What about favorite TV show?
New Girl.
Nice. Favorite movie?
It's embarrassing, but yeah. Favorite movie. What do I watch all the time? I don't know. Favorite movie. I feel like I should say a sports movie. Yeah. I do not know. That's so hard. I like so many movies. I'm a big movie guy, so I'll watch anything. Honestly, anything with Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Will Ferrell is the man. Favorite
Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Favorite team.
In what?
The all time, like your favorite, like your number one, your favorite team. You have to pick one.
My favorite team. The Widener Pride football team.
Right. A good one. That's a good one. Favorite athlete.
Either Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers.
Yes. We got to wrap this off with my favorite question I ask everybody. Who's your celebrity crush?
Ooh. If you looked at my old Tinder bio, it was Hillary Duff.
Nice. Yeah, Hillary Duff she's really cute.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts?
No, man, I appreciate you having me. I love the setup you got behind you. That looks awesome. Anytime you need a guest, just hit me up.
Yes, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. So where could people follow you? Obviously, you got the Instagrams, but you want to tell us your Instagram? You have a Twitter, you have a Facebook.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much all my name. Instagram is Haydn_Warren. I think the Twitter is Haydn_Warren1. TikTok Haydn_Warren. I'm learning how to use TikTok. I feel like an old man saying that. The podcast on YouTube and on Instagram. Sports Culture with Haydn Warren, peaked in high school, ink t-shirt printing. I'm everywhere. I don't know. Just Google it.
Yeah, links in the description.
Thank you.
Make sure you subscribe, follow Haydn's podcast, follow him on his Instagram or all his social media platforms. And that's pretty much it. And we'll see you in a splash.